Anyways, I'm back. And yeah, just sort of a bit of some stuff going on behind the scenes, sort of chat, I guess. Come on, just switching batteries of the GoPro. There you go. But yeah, I for those who may or may not know, I love using retro hardware, be that the 360, the PS3 in some cases, the Nintendo Wii that can play GameCube, which I do have one that can. But I also love having access to newer hardware, right? The Xbox One, for example, which, yeah, I know is not new nowadays, but still one of the newer systems I have. The two new ones I have are the PS5 and the Switch 2. The PS5 was not actually planned, shall we say. I was not really planning to buy a PS5 last year. I was looking at doing it this year, but the budget just ended up working out, and I was like, you know what, I can do it. Yeah, one of the things also that I was somewhat looking at, this was more in the background of everything, like between videos, streams, obviously budgets, obviously. But yeah, and I'm glad I jumped when I did, because these consoles have definitely has definitely jumped in price. Yeah. And what I mean by that is, if we just look here, for example, let me... yeah, here we are. Yeah. So this is a very similar... Actually, this is the exact console I bought. Not from this seller, because the touchscreen does not work, which is a bit of an issue. So I would have to replace the touchscreen first off, and which would be way more... Well, I shouldn't say way more, but it would just add extra cost, because I would have to pay the price of $55 plus the shipping, which is $27.45, and then on top of that, I would also have to buy a new screen for the DS Lite. So, like, these consoles are creeping in price. Like, they aren't massively like super expensive. Like, if I look at the 3DS, right, we're looking for one. We're looking for like the first gen 3DS. We're looking at like 160, just over, from Japan. To the newer one, like 207. So yeah, these ones have definitely have creeped in price. And yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm happy I jumped when I did on the DS Lite. And you might be wondering, like, why did I go with a Lite? Why didn't I go with a DSi or a 3DS? It was budget related. Shipping, right? Because did I have to pay for shipping? Did I not? When would it actually arrive? That sort of stuff. But the main one was compatibility, because the DSi and the 3DS and stuff like that got away with the Game Boy slot, which for me, I kind of wanted to have access to. So for me, it made sense to buy the Lite. And yeah, and you might be wondering, like, oh, do you think you'll be buying any games and stuff like that? I will be, yes. But I'm not realistically going to be buying any games until, let me actually check here. Notification settings. Membership. Yeah. In April. Basically sort of like almost mid-April, is sort of when I will be looking at in games and stuff like that. Like, I'll still be looking at stuff prior to ordering and stuff like that. But in terms of actually buying games, it'll probably be late April, almost May, because I wanted to make sure I had the budget for a subscription I have to renew. So, which is not a cheap subscription. It's, I think, around 130. So I kind of wanted to make sure I had enough for that. So that's why I'm not buying any games at the moment. And you might be wondering, like, oh, when's it going to arrive? So it's going to arrive, and again, I'm sorry if you can hear the noises and stuff of that, like when I'm flicking and stuff like that. It's because I'm using Opera instead of Chrome. So we're looking between like the 9th and the 20th of the month. So, yeah. So that's what it is. And you might be wondering, like, oh, when did you know that it shipped and stuff like that? I got an email late yesterday, actually, about almost 8:30. And yeah, I got one, yeah, from, wow, okay. I just got an email at midnight, so 10 hours ago. That actually, give me a sec here. I wanted to, I need to double check this. I'm sorry if I'm, it looks like it's going to be here a week today, actually. Yeah, it's literally right now. It's at the airport in Japan, Narita, which is the main airport in Japan. So yeah, so super happy that it's already shipped out. Yeah, so yeah, so I wanted to jump on it as quick as I could, just because I knew that they could jump up in price even higher than what they already are. And you might be wondering, like, you know that the if you're buying from Japan, you need to have a converter. I already have all that stuff. I've had it for about a year. Actually, I've had it for more than a year. Actually, I've had it for, I think, 2 years now, I think. When did I buy it? Yeah, I bought a Japanese 360 in October of 24. So I have it all set. So there's no issue there. So yeah, realistically, the next video specifically talking about the DS and stuff like that will be when it arrives, like next week. Which yeah, so it sort of helped that, and you might be wondering, like, how are you getting it so quickly? Because I pay for express shipping, which was the same price as their standard. So I'm like, oh, if it's the same price, I better go with the express. So yeah, so super happy. It comes with everything, so the console, the charger, everything. So super happy. Um, um, yeah. Yeah, so super happy. So yeah, so like I said, next time I talk about the DS and all that will be when it arrives next week. There is a possibility it could arrive earlier than that, but according to what FedEx just showed, is it'll be here a week today, actually, which is kind of crazy. So, anyways, adios.